Have you ever looked up at the night sky and thought, I wish I could see those stars and planets a little closer? Stargazing with just your eyes is amazing, but binoculars can make it so much better. In this video, I'm going to talk about the best binoculars for astronomy. I'll be matching products to a few different categories, so it's easier to pick the one that feels right for you. You'll find links to all the products down in the description if you want to check them out. And if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be checking those. Let's get into the reviews. Pentax 10 by 50 S Series, SPWP, best overall binoculars for astronomy. If you're looking for binoculars that bring the night sky to life, this pick really stands out. With 10 times magnification and those big 50mm lenses, you get a lot of light pulled in, which means brighter stars and more detail on things like the moon's craters. The lenses are multi-coated, so the view comes across sharp and clear. The Poro prism design, made with back 4 glass, keeps the image looking full and crisp instead of flat. It's built to handle rough conditions too. It's waterproof, nitrogen-filled, and has a rubberized grip that feels steady in the hands. I'll admit, at just over 2 pounds, it's not the lightest thing out there, so holding it steady for a long stretch can be a bit of a workout. A tripod adapter could be a smart move if you plan on longer sessions. Eye relief is generous at 20mm, so people who wear glasses won't feel left out. It comes with a protective case, though a few folks have mentioned that the lens caps feel a little cheap. Focus accuracy and some internal reflections get mentioned now and then, but the positive feedback about image quality really outweighs those points. For a mid-range option, it's tough to beat. Celestron SkyMaster 15 by 70, best binoculars for astronomy, under $200. If you're searching for something budget-friendly that still pulls in a ton of detail, this one is a pretty strong pick. With 15 times magnification, it lets you get much closer to distant objects than most standard binoculars. Pair that with a huge 70mm lens, and the view stays bright, even under darker skies. Great for those nights when you just want to spot faint clusters or catch extra detail on Jupiter's moons. The optics use Bokeh 4 prisms along with multi-coated glass, so images tend to come across sharp with good contrast. The build feels sturdy thanks to the rubber armor that adds grip and some protection if it gets bumped. It's water-resistant too, so light rain isn't going to ruin your night out. That said, these aren't exactly featherweight. Holding them steady by hand for long sessions can get tiring. The good news is that a tripod adapter comes in the box, though a few people feel it could have been made a bit tougher. For comfort, there are soft rubber eye cups that fold down, which is handy if you wear glasses. And it comes loaded with extras: lens caps, case, strap, even a cloth. For a budget option, it's pretty packed with value. Celestron Up Close G2 10 by 50, best binoculars for astronomy, under $100. If you're trying to keep things under $100, this pair makes a pretty tempting choice. With 10 times magnification and big 50mm lenses, it does a good job of pulling in extra light, so stars and planets show up brighter and clearer than what you'd see with smaller binoculars. The field of view is wide too, just under 7 degrees, so scanning across the night sky feels smooth instead of cramped. The optics are multi-coated, and that helps the image stay sharp with decent contrast. The Poro prism design adds some depth to what you're looking at, which gives everything a more natural look. Build-wise, the rubber armor gives some grip and protection, and it's water-resistant, which is nice for those unexpected changes in weather. It's tripod adaptable as well, which is a big plus since holding it steady by hand for a long stretch can get tiring. There are some trade-offs though. Eye relief sits at around 12mm, so people with glasses might find it a little less comfortable than pricier models. A few reviews mention alignment issues or uneven sharpness, so quality control can be hit or miss. But for a budget-friendly option, it's still a solid pick for casual stargazing. Canon 15 by 50 IS All-Weather, best premium binoculars for astronomy. If you've ever tried holding high-magnification binoculars steady, you know how tricky it can be. The slightest handshake makes the stars look like they're dancing around. That's where this premium option steps in. With built-in image stabilization that keeps things steady and clear, even at 15 times magnification. It makes a huge difference. almost like switching from watching a shaky phone video to a smooth tripod shot. The 50mm lenses pull in plenty of light, so you still get a bright, detailed view. The field of view here is narrower at just under 4 degrees, but that's expected with this level of zoom. Eye relief is about 15mm, which works fine for most people, though glasses wearers might prefer a bit more room. It's not too heavy at just over 1,100 grams, but after a while, you may still want to rest. On the bright side, it's fairly compact and easy to carry compared to other large binoculars. The build uses a plastic enclosure, but the focus is really on the optics and stabilization. One thing worth pointing out, the price sits firmly in the premium range. Some folks think it's steep, but the steady view is what really makes this pair stand apart. Celestron Cometron 7x50. Best beginner binoculars for astronomy. If you're just starting out with stargazing and want something simple and affordable, this budget-friendly pair is a great place to begin. The 7x magnification gives you a steady view without making things too shaky. And the wide field of view, around 6.5 degrees, makes it easier to sweep across the sky and actually find what you're looking for. That's a big help for beginners who don't want to spend all night chasing the moon like it's running away. The 50mm lenses bring in plenty of light, so the stars pop against the dark sky. Multi-coated optics and BK7 prism glass help with brightness and contrast, giving clear views of the moon and even some clusters. The large exit pupil helps in low light, which is especially useful at dusk or later at night. The build uses aluminum with rubber grips, so it feels sturdy but still portable. They're tripod adaptable too, which is nice if you want a more stable view. Accessories like lens covers, a case, and a strap come included, which adds to the value. Some reviews mention focus can be tricky at times and stars look sharpest in the center. Still, for a first step into astronomy, this pair is easy to recommend. Nikon Action Extreme 10x50 ATB. Best Nikon binoculars for astronomy. If you're looking for something that balances performance and durability, this mid-range option from Nikon is a strong contender. With 10x magnification and large 50mm lenses, you get bright, detailed images that make stargazing a lot more rewarding. The field of view is 6.5 degrees, which is wide enough to make scanning the sky feel natural without losing detail. The optics use BK4 prisms and multi-coated glass, giving you clear, sharp images with good contrast. On top of that, the aspherical eyepiece elements help reduce strain, so longer sessions don't feel as tiring on the eyes. There's also a diopter adjustment, which lets you fine-tune each side for sharper focus. Build-wise, it's got a protective rubber coating that makes it easier to hold, and the body itself is waterproof, fog-proof, and even shock-proof. That makes it a solid pick for anyone who wants something dependable outdoors. It is on the heavier side though, and a few people suggest using a harness or tripod for longer nights. You'll get about 17mm of eye relief, which is comfortable for most people, even with glasses. With the added carrying case and strap included, it's a well-rounded mid-range choice for astronomy fans. Stargazing gets a whole lot better with the right pair of binoculars, and there's something out there for every budget and skill level. From beginner-friendly picks to premium gear, you can find the perfect match for your nights under the stars. If you're interested in any of the products I talked about, the links are waiting down in the description. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're hungry for more, check out some of our other videos too. Thanks for watching.